In the United States, the annual cost of care for diabetes patients over 50 has already surpassed $9,600, according to CDC data. That number is more than just money. It's the harsh price paid for every small mistake in daily eating habits. Think about it. Instead of using that money to visit your grandchildren, travel, or enjoy retirement, you have to spend it on medication, tests, hospital stays, and treating complications. Many patients I have met started with just a few poorly controlled meals. Later, they had to face cardiovascular complications, kidney failure, vision loss, and massive medical bills that lasted for years. Diabetes is a chronic condition that requires proper management, as poor control can lead to long-term health complications. What's even more worrying is that many people still believe taking medication alone is enough. But your eating habits are what truly decide whether you can maintain independence or not. The good news is there are natural and affordable solutions. Right in your kitchen, 5 everyday vegetables may help support blood sugar balance as part of a healthy diet, but they should not replace medical care. And at the end of this video, I will share a special salad recipe that combines all 5 vegetables so you can put this information into practice immediately. Don't miss it. Don't miss simple tips that can help enhance your meals and support better health. Subscribe and hit the notification bell now to receive this solution before it's too late. 1. Lettuce. Many diabetes patients in the US often think of lettuce as the foundation of a fiber-rich diet, helping to control weight and blood sugar naturally for people over 50. Lettuce contains lactoxanthin, a natural carotenoid that has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. When the body after 50 struggles to move glucose into the cells, lactoxanthin acts as a catalyst that makes the process smoother. This means blood sugar after meals does not spike too high, and energy levels stay steady for hours. According to a 2019 Harvard Health Publishing article, adding leafy greens, including lettuce, was linked to a 14% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. That is not just a number in a study, but a wake-up call for millions of Americans who underestimate these simple vegetables. One detail many older adults overlook is how lettuce is prepared. If you just rinse and eat it right away, the leaves may feel soft and unappealing. But with one small trick, lettuce becomes a stronger tool for blood sugar health. Soak the leaves in cold water with a few ice cubes for about 2 minutes before eating. When exposed to the cold, the cell structure in the leaves tightens, making them crisp, keeping their bright green color, and reducing their natural bitterness. For older adults, crispy leaves are easier to chew, stimulate saliva production, and support digestion. At the same time, the fiber in lettuce works more effectively to slow down sugar absorption into the blood. Another tip when buying lettuce is to choose fresh heads with evenly green leaves, free from bruises or brown spots. The fresher the lettuce, the higher its lactoxanthin content. If possible, choose organically grown lettuce to reduce pesticide exposure. For diabetes patients over 50, these small details make a big difference in protecting health. It is also important to remember that lettuce is not just a side dish. When combined the right way, it becomes the foundation of a fiber-rich, low-calorie diet that helps manage weight and maintain stable blood sugar. This is one of the key steps to support managing diabetes naturally over 50. Lettuce is a simple and gentle beginning, but it is highly effective. However, not every vegetable is as modest as lettuce. Some are bright in color and contain even stronger compounds to fight blood sugar. Do you want to know which vegetable carries that power? 2. Tomatoes. Tomatoes have become a symbol of Italian cuisine and have spread across the world, from pizza and pasta to familiar red sauces. Yet, many diabetes patients in the US often hesitate to eat them, thinking their natural sweetness will spike blood sugar. This is a misconception that causes many people to miss out on a safe and highly valuable source of nutrition. Tomatoes contain lycopene, a powerful antioxidant that helps manage oxidative stress in the pancreas. When the pancreas is under pressure from high blood sugar, free radicals can damage the beta cells that produce insulin. Lycopene acts like a shield, reducing cell injury, preserving insulin secretion, and supporting more stable blood sugar control. The book Diabetes Superfoods, published by the American Diabetes Association in 2020, listed tomatoes among the safe and beneficial foods for people with diabetes. Their inclusion on this list is clear evidence that this familiar fruit absolutely belongs in a science-based diet for patients over 50. A key factor in how effective tomatoes can be lies in preparation. If you simply slice and eat them raw, your body absorbs only a small amount of lycopene. But when tomatoes are cooked slowly at low heat, the absorption of lycopene can nearly double compared to raw tomatoes. Few people realize this, yet it has a direct impact on protecting the pancreas. The best part is that cooking at low heat does not destroy much of the vitamin C, keeping the nutrition balanced. One smart tip for those over 50 is to add gently cooked tomatoes into main dishes instead of quickly frying them at high heat. For example, simmer tomatoes in a soup base or let them stew slowly with meat. This not only boosts lycopene absorption but also makes the meal easier to digest, which is especially helpful since the stomach tends to weaken with age. The ideal time to add tomatoes is at lunch or dinner. When paired with olive oil, the fat-soluble lycopene is absorbed at its best. Older adults only need 1 to 2 lightly cooked tomatoes a day to strengthen antioxidant protection for the pancreas while reducing the risk of unpredictable blood sugar spikes. Tomatoes are a nutritious food that can be a part of a balanced and healthful diet. And when it comes to strong vegetables, there is one slender stalk that stands tall, hiding an exceptional ability to stabilize blood sugar that you will definitely want to discover. 3. Asparagus. Large studies in the US have repeatedly highlighted that asparagus is more than just a gourmet vegetable. It is also a powerful ally for diabetes patients over 50. Its standout feature is its unique effect on blood sugar control through a rare mineral called chromium, something very few vegetables contain. Chromium is a trace mineral that improves the transport of glucose into cells. For diabetes patients over 50 who often face glucose buildup in the blood, chromium helps insulin bind more effectively to its receptors, reducing post-meal blood sugar levels. This is critical because consistently high blood sugar directly causes fatigue, blood vessel damage, and kidney complications. On the PBS Foods for Healthy Aging talk show in 2021, Dr. Barnard presented findings showing that people who ate asparagus 4 times per week had a significant reduction in HbA1c after 12 weeks. This proves that this slender, nutrient-rich vegetable can improve blood sugar control more deeply than many other common vegetables. One special point in preparing asparagus is preserving its chromium, which is easily lost under high heat. For older adults, a simple trick is to steam asparagus at medium heat and add a few drops of fresh lemon juice to the steamer. The mild acid in lemon helps stabilize the chromium structure, preserving up to 90% of this valuable mineral. After steaming, let the asparagus cool and slice it into small pieces. This makes it easier to eat while keeping nutrients intact. Compared with other vegetables that serve a similar purpose, such as green beans, asparagus is a nutritious vegetable that contains chromium, a mineral that may support glucose metabolism. That is why experts often recommend asparagus to people over 50 who want to improve insulin sensitivity. Diabetes patients can add lightly steamed or boiled asparagus to salads, or serve it with lean meat or salmon to boost nutritional value. A reasonable serving is about 100 grams at a time, 3 to 4 times per week. With this approach, older adults get both fiber and chromium, making blood sugar control more effective and sustainable. If asparagus adds elegance to your meals, the next vegetable is simple, common, and affordable, yet its impact on blood sugar is so strong you may find it hard to believe. Do you wonder what that vegetable is? Share this video so more people can discover this important secret. 4. Cabbage. Many diabetes patients often overlook cabbage, assuming it is just a cheap vegetable with little value. But modern medicine has proven that cabbage can act as a solid shield against dangerous diabetes complications. Cabbage is rich in sulforaphane, a sulfur-based compound that protects the beta cells in the pancreas. These beta cells produce insulin, and when they are damaged, blood sugar control declines quickly. Sulforaphane works by activating the body's natural antioxidant systems, reducing inflammation, and protecting the pancreas from free radical attack. I directly participated in the Cabbage Diabetes Trial 2020 in California, involving 200 type 2 diabetes patients. After 8 weeks of adding cabbage to the diet, the intervention group reduced fasting blood sugar by an average of 22 milligrams per deciliter compared with the control group. This is strong evidence that cabbage is not only affordable but also clinically effective. For those over 50, the way cabbage is selected and prepared largely determines the benefits gained. The first recommendation is to remove the outermost leaves, which are usually darker and tend to hold higher levels of nitrate. For people with vascular disease or high blood pressure, excess nitrate can increase strain on the circulatory system. Use the inner leaves instead, which are sweeter, crisper, and richer in sulforaphane. Another tip to maximize benefits is to steam or lightly boil cabbage instead of stir-frying with heavy oils. Steaming preserves more than 80% of its sulforaphane, while high-heat frying can cause a significant loss. Older adults only need 100 to 150 grams of steamed cabbage daily, added to salads or soups, to support sustainable blood sugar management. Beyond direct effects on blood sugar, cabbage also delivers clear economic value. One head of cabbage costs only a fraction of what supplements do, yet it provides fiber, vitamin C, and potassium. Fiber slows glucose absorption, vitamin C supports immunity, and potassium helps stabilize blood pressure. This combination makes cabbage a well-rounded solution that protects blood sugar while easing financial burdens for diabetes patients over 50. Cabbage is proof that simple and familiar foods can deliver outstanding results. It is a steady step to support managing diabetes naturally over 50. And right after cabbage, there is a crunchy vegetable often dismissed as a side dish, yet it hides the power to regulate both blood pressure and blood sugar in ways that surprise many. Can you guess what vegetable that is? 5. Celery. For years, celery has sparked debate in the US as some media outlets claimed celery juice could cure a range of diseases. Many people with diabetes jumped on this trend, but science shows the real key is how celery is used, not simply juiced, if you want true benefits. Celery contains apigenin, a flavonoid that reduces inflammation in blood vessels and improves insulin sensitivity. Diabetes patients over 50 often face chronic inflammation in their blood vessels, which weakens insulin's ability to work. Apigenin helps calm that inflammation, protects blood vessels, and allows insulin to bind more effectively to target cells. When the body responds better to insulin, blood sugar stays more stable after meals. A study by Dr. Michael Greger published on linktonutritionfacts.org in 2018 found that eating whole celery stalks reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 7 millimeters of mercury in older diabetes patients. This number is highly meaningful because lowering blood pressure also reduces the risk of cardiovascular complications, which remain one of the leading causes of death among diabetes patients in the US. One of the most common mistakes is juicing celery and drinking it daily. When juiced, most of the fiber is stripped away, yet fiber is exactly what slows down sugar absorption. For those over 50, a smarter approach is to cut celery into small pieces and chew it raw during a snack. Chewing stimulates saliva glands, releasing digestive enzymes that support the gut, while keeping all the fiber intact. With fiber working at full strength, blood sugar rises more slowly and fluctuates less. Another tip for older adults is to pair raw celery with light protein foods such as low-fat yogurt or cottage cheese. This combination slows digestion, prolongs satiety, and helps keep blood sugar steady for hours. A reasonable amount is 2 to 3 fresh celery stalks per day, about 100 grams. At this level, the body gets enough apigenin without stressing the digestive system. When buying celery, choose stalks with a bright green color, firm texture, and no bruises. Store it in the refrigerator wrapped in a dry paper towel to prevent sogginess and maintain crunch. Proper storage preserves flavonoids for several days. Celery proves that not every food delivers benefits when turned into juice. Only when used the right way does this vegetable truly become a useful tool to support managing diabetes naturally over 50. Recipe and practical advice. Now that you know these 5 powerful vegetables, the important question is how to combine them into a dish that is both delicious and effective for blood sugar control. Next, I will show you a simple way to combine them for maximum results. Start with fresh lettuce, washed, drained, and chilled for a few minutes in the refrigerator. This keeps the leaves crisp and makes the fiber work more effectively once digested. Add tomatoes that have been simmered slowly instead of flash fried, since lycopene becomes far more absorbable while vitamin C remains intact. For asparagus, steam gently with a thin slice of lemon, then let it cool and cut into pieces. This preserves almost all of the valuable chromium. For cabbage, select the tender inner leaves, slice them thin, and mix directly into the salad. This reduces nitrate intake while boosting sulforaphane for the pancreas. Finally, instead of juicing celery, chop it into small pieces and eat it raw within the salad. This way you get the apigenin along with the fiber that slows sugar absorption. To finish the flavor, drizzle with extra virgin olive oil and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Avoid adding sugar or heavy cream. This salad is light but rich in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support long-term blood sugar stability.